Alright fam, this week was out of pocket. We've got the hype for Silksong so massive that it's literally breaking records for the first Hollow Knight game 8 years after it came out. Then we've got the devs of a hot new Souls-like Wuchang Fallen Feathers, who decided the best way to handle their success was to censor their own game. And now, they're getting review bombed into oblivion. And if that wasn't enough, the producer of Silent Hill F had to come out and tell everyone, fam, chill out. It's not a Souls-like, fam. So I gotta ask, what are they doing? Today, we're diving into all of it. We're talking about the certified W for the Hollow Knight community, the massive L for Wuchang devs, some much needed clarification for Silent Hill fans, and some dope news for console players. Let's get into the heat. Alright, let's start with the best news of the week, no cap. After 7 long years of waiting, of memes, of pure desperation, we finally have a release date for Hollow Knight Silksong, September 4th. The hype is so real, so powerful, that it's literally rewriting history. Get this, the original Hollow Knight, a game that came out in 2017, just hit its all-time peak concurrent players count on Steam. Following the Silksong announcement, over 23,000 of you jumped back into the Hollow Nest, a 150% increase in just a few days. That's insane. It just proves how legendary the first game is and how starved the community is for the sequel. This wasn't some big budget marketing push, this was pure organic hype from a community that's been patiently waiting. And you gotta respect Team Cherry. They explained that the 7-year wait wasn't because the game was in development hell, it was because they're a tiny team that was just enjoying the process, adding more and more cool ideas into the game. They even said that they have plans for more content after launch, which could mean DLC. This whole situation is a massive W for indie games and a testament to what happens when you build something special and treat your community with respect. And I gotta play the first one. I never played it. So many games that came out. Got a huge backlog. I'm still haven't finished Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So I'm gonna try to jump on Hollow Knight. I might stream it, actually finish it up. But if not, I gotta move. I actually have game purchased too. It's crazy. And I got it downloaded. So it was already downloaded and everything. It's in my library. So I'm actually gonna play it on stream and maybe I could beat it. I wanna beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I was gonna try to beat it this week because I'm like halfway through with it. I just never finished it and stuff. It was a long game. Hey man, I'll see about it. Okay, now let's go from a masterclass in in-game development to a masterclass in fumbling the bag. Let's talk about Wuchang Fallen Feathers. The game came out swinging. It was a hit, pulling in over 100,000 concurrent players on Steam and getting a huge boost from being a day one release on Xbox Game Pass. The combat was fire, the bosses were tough. It was everything Souls-like fans wanted. And then on August 12th, the devs dropped a patch that was so out of pocket it started a full-blown player revolt. For some reason, they decided to make several unpopular gameplay changes and even alter the game's narrative. We're talking about some NPCs and bosses, immortal and replacing death sequences with new dialogue that many players feel completely neutered the story's impact. The community believes this was a form of censorship to please a small group of fans who were unhappy with the game's take on historical fiction. The backlash was immediate. Players started boycotting the game and review bombing it on every platform, saying they felt betrayed by the lack of transparency. Now, on August 22nd, the devs dropped a new patch with some much needed performance fixes, like adding a NVIDIA Reflex low latency option for PC. But here's the kicker. They still haven't said a single word about the controversial story changes. It's like putting a screen door on a submarine. You fix a small hole, but the whole thing is still sinking, fam. Fam, let me know in the comments, no cap. Is it ever okay for a developer to censor their own game after release? I need to hear the squad's take on it. Let me know in the comments below. I have an opinion, but I don't feel like it's right because to put it like this, you sell a game for having this narrative and everything, and then after you get 100,000 sales on Steam and then not telling what they got on PlayStation and Xbox, if people actually bought it and want to support the thing, on Xbox. And then you change the game after you sold hundreds of thousands of copies. I feel like that's a little disingenuous, and I feel like that's a little scammy. I think I should get a refund if I bought said game like that, but I didn't buy into it. Luckily enough, I heard that it was having issues like the first week it released, and I didn't buy it day one, so I'm not even gonna touch it for right now. But hey man, much luck to y'all out there, man. You're getting scammed by these game companies. All right, let's move on to a developer who's trying to get ahead of the drama before it even starts. The upcoming Silent Hill F has had the community buzzing, but also a little worried. Early previews mentioned things like a stamina bar, stat upgrades at checkpoints, and difficult boss fights. Naturally, everyone's brain went straight to one place. Oh, it's Souls-like. Well, all the people that don't play games like that and don't know, they just want to claim everything Souls-like, so like that. But us that's actually played action games and other games other than Souls-like know that you have stamina bars and upgrade checkpoints in games like Dead Space and other horror games. Well, producer Motoi Okamoto hopped on an interview at Gamescom to set the record straight. He said, point blank, this game is not a Souls-like. He described it as fundamentally a horror-based, action-based experience. He acknowledged that they're trying to attract new, younger audiences who expect engaging combat, but he also had some advice for the OG fans who are worried the game might be too focused on action. Let me interrupt right here. When did focusing on action ever make a game Souls-like? Souls-like games are like you get beaten to the ground. Souls-like games you don't really like, you have to earn your upgrades. Like action games, like you could get through a level pretty easily, even if you're not the best gamer out there. He recommended that anyone who wants to replicate the authentic Silent Hill experience should play the game on story mode. This is actually a pretty smart move. It manages expectations and shows they're thinking about both new and the veteran fans who just want that classic creepy survival vibe. It's good to see a dev being this direct. Instead of letting the rumor mill spin out of control, Silent Hill F is set to drop on September 25th. So we'll see if they nailed that balance. Yo, real talk, fam. Before we get into the next segment, I gotta show some love to the community. You guys are the reason I can keep doing this, no cap. And if you want to support the channel and help me keep making these videos, consider joining the SeemlyTuber Media Squad. For as little as $5 a month, you can become a channel member. You'll get some sick exclusive emotes to flex in the comments. You'll get a special badge to show everyone you're a real one, and you'll get a shout out in my videos. For real, your support helps keep the content coming in, keeps me on this grind. So if you're feeling it, hit that join button below and become part of the squad. Much love, fam. Now, let's get back into the heat. Let's wrap up with a couple of quick hit announcements that are certified W's for a lot of you out there. First up, Lost Souls aside, this action RPG that has been compared to giants like Final Fantasy and Devil May Cry, and it's finally dropping on August 29th. Sony just revealed a bunch of exclusive features for the PS5 Pro and PC version. If you've got a PS5 Pro, you get dynamic 4K with enhanced ray tracing, reflections and shadows, higher quality textures, and more stable frame rates. The PC version is getting full DualSense support, 4K HDR, ray tracing, and even cross-platform trophy sync with PlayStation 5. They're really taking advantage of the high-end hardware. So if you've got that rig for it, this game is gonna look crispy. And for the factory building fam, the wait is almost over. Satisfactory, one of the biggest indie hits in recent years, is finally coming to consoles on November 4th. And they're not messing around. It's coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and even the Xbox One. The console version will have platform-specific features like DualSense haptics on the PS5 and will support cross-play between PlayStation and Xbox. It's awesome to see such a beloved PC title make its way to a wider audience. Finally, a little something for the Pokemon squad. The digital card game Pokemon TGC Pocket is getting its newest expansion, Secluded Springs, on August 28th. This update is bringing in some legends from the Pokemon Gold and Silver games like Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. I don't know if I butchered that last one, man. I haven't played Pokemon since probably played one of the newer ones that came out on the Switch. I didn't finish it though. The announcement wasn't a huge surprise though, because the official Korean Pokemon channel accidentally leaked the whole trailer a day early. Oops. Along with the new cards, there's a whole schedule of events for September, including a Zoroark drop event, a Wonder Pick event, and Mass Outbreak focused on water-type Pokemon. It's a good time to be a Pokemon TGC Pocket player. So there it is, fam. The hype for Silk Song is so real, it's reviving the dead. The Wuchang devs are in the middle of a self-inflicted crisis. Silent Hill F's producer is doing some expert level damage control, and we've got some fire new games and updates to look forward to. What a roller coaster, but that's my take. I want to know what you guys think. Drop a comment below, hit that like button if you learned something, and sub to the channel so you don't miss the next deep dive. And you already know, hit me on Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it, and join the squad. SeemlyTuber out, and much love. Peace.